Hey guys, this is Meriden from CPU Guild on the UO Renaissance server. I'm starting here today. I'm going to do a razor optimization tutorial video. I meet a lot of people who have these kind of things set up and properly, and I'm just going to go through and do a quick run through of how things should be set up for you. So we're going to start here, the razor open, and we're going to go to the General tab. And we're going to start here at the top left. Light levels should be checked. Bard levels, dog sounds, cat sounds, horse sounds, these should all be checked here. I leave this stuff open. I check this here, weather. Um, then I like to come over here. Show welcome screen should be checked. This should be unchecked here. This will reduce some lag if you have it checked. Use smart always on top. This is so that if you're in your Ultima client and you bring up your razor and you're trying to, let's say, maybe record a macro, you can click back over to the game and razor will stay on top of the screen, and then you can just click right back to the razor. It won't go behind your window. It's really neat. This here is your profiles. You should be setting up different profiles for all of your different characters, and the way it doesn't create conflictions with your agents. So we're going to move on here, going into options. We're going to start here at the top left. We have override speech hue should be checked. Last target highlight should be checked. Override spell hue should be checked. Now what this does is overrides the game's color coding for speech and spells. So somebody could do vas ort flam just in talking and use the right brackets, and it might fool you if you don't have this checked. So this is why we use this. This is checked here for me. I don't use Q last targeting, so I have that unchecked. Block dismount and war mode should be checked. I have this checked here. Open new corpses within 2 tiles. I keep this unchecked on my PvP characters because if you're running through a dungeon with a spell precast and you run across a new corpse, it'll cancel your spell. Filter system messages, I keep that checked. I keep the snooping one unchecked so that way I can see if somebody's snooping me. And then obviously you got these here. I started using negotiation with server because I felt like some of the desyncing issues where your character looks like he's one place but he's actually like 4 tiles over, that was happening to me a lot, so I started using this to avoid that. Now we're on more options. This is your show action queue status message. This should be unchecked. This should be unchecked here as well, and your object delay should be set to 0 milliseconds. This is extremely important and needs to be set this way. There is times when you need an object delay with certain things. Maybe like you're picking up 1,000 arrows off the ground with your scavenger agent. You might want to put a little delay in there so it doesn't time itself out. I use smart last targeting. This recognizes your beneficial targets from your harmful targets. Range check last target. Now most people who haven't edited this will actually be 12 here. It needs to be set to 10. What this does is it stops you from dropping the spell if someone's too far away, which would cancel the spell if you try to cast it normally without this. And you'd have to recast your spell. With this, if you try to cast it on someone who's 11 tiles away, it'll just say, nope, you can't do that right now. Wait a minute and try again, right? So now we got show target flag on single click. This should be checked. I use show health above people and creatures. I think it's really important. We leave this one here unchecked. Treat party members as friends should be checked. I like that. Count stealth steps, show stealth steps. I have stealthers, so I keep these checked. Automatically open doors, I only use this when I'm checking a lot of doors on houses and stuff like that. Auto unequip hand should be checked. Potions should be checked. Block heal if target is poisoned. I keep this one checked so that way you don't waste your heal if the person's poisoned. Getting that message that says, you can't heal a person that's poisoned, so you have to recast heal. Instead of just keep it up, and that way if your guy cures himself, you're gonna shing. Forced game size here. I don't know what I'd do without this. I probably wouldn't even be able to play it. The screen would be like a little Game Boy or something, So have this force game size. Mess around with that. That's about as big as you can get without getting any artifacts on the screen. This is your display counters here. You just gotta mess around with this. You'd add items here. You give it a format code and a name here, and then you can come add the formatting code on the side here, and you see it at the top on your bar, at the top of your screen up here. So arm dress here. These are very useful for wands. This is how everybody uses their wands. You just go to the left side here, add a category. It says wands, or I normally just name it heal, mana, and lightning for my 3 wands. I make 3 categories named that. Right, and then you go and add your target, add your wand, and then you would go back to your hotkeys and go to your dress here, and dress bow, dress wands, toggle bows, toggle wands, start messing with all that stuff. So we're going to go over to agents here. Use once agents. This is for mainly for potion pouches here, trap pouches, mainly what people use this for. You would just put 9 pouches in a single pouch and then add container, and then click on that container in game, and it'll add all your pouches to this list. And then you need to go make a hotkey here in agents. All the way at the bottom is use once agent. And every time I press up key, it'll pop one of those pouches until there's none left. Hey, 1 minus, give me a second here, okay? I'm making a razor tutorial. Okay, sorry about that. So where we at? Going over agents. Use once is a good one. Like I said, some people use those for potions too, purple potions. Put 40 pearl potions in a bag, add container. It'll go through and use each one until they're gone. Organize your agents. You should familiar yourself with all this kind of stuff. Scavenger agents, and friends agent is probably a really unused one. I use it on most of my characters, although I don't think it's very reliable. So we're going to move on here to hotkeys. Just going to go over real quick some basic stuff that's super important you might not know about. Next humanoid target here. This is super important. It's a non-aggressive action, so it'll cycle through all the targets on your screen and highlight them one by one each time you press it. And then you're in the middle of a fight. I can cycle through all the targets on my screen and get the guy I want, and then I can just press my attack last target key, and it'll attack him on the fly. That kind of stuff's really important. But this is they've got a lot of different variables you can use in here. Target random gray monsters, gray humanoids. This is the kind of stuff that makes things a lot faster. I think that's pretty much it for my razor optimization. I can't think of anything else I missed. If you guys have any questions, just go ahead and send it to me on the forums in our IRC, and maybe I can help you out. Hopefully this helps a little bit, all right? You guys be good.